Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge. And in the last episode, guys, we were able to find this powerful, malignant force that had been turning all the people in this town against each other, making the villagers really on edge. And that power is now our friend. We were able to tame the Bukovac guys thanks to Rasputin's help, and he is now one of our buddies alongside Uper here. And it had to involve Vesna, who was the woman that we encountered in the village who actually murdered her abusive father, who was the village elder, and kind of set this entire thing in motion. Now, we confronted Luca, her husband, and then discovered that she did the killing. The villagers were very upset, but I think we did a good thing. We were able to convince Luca of his love for his wife, and they were essentially exiled together. But they seemed quite happy about that because the villagers didn't want anything to do with them, and they didn't want anything to do with the villagers because the villagers seemed to put the abusive father, the village elder, on a pedestal. So, all's well that ends well, I guess. And now we are back here at the train station, and we need to send a telegram. Let's see here. Ooh, hello, traveler.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Your name is Bugs. Definitely, your name is Bugs, and you are very, very off the beaten track. I've been to Albuquerque many times.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
Really?
Do you still want to send something?
He's got to process a lot of emotions right now.
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
Those were not kind words.
What do you intend to do now?
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Wiktor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
We're so gonna have to fight him. Can we go to Albuquerque? Just a complete swerve of the plot line. We go into a western with thaumaturgy powers. Let's go. Oh. Hello there, title screen. You took your sweet time, didn't you? Or I probably took my sweet time. Oh, here we go. Heading into Warsaw. Another vision. Never a good sign. I like how we went from our Red Dead.
Warsaw! 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 Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
Let's tell them what we think about Warsaw.
I hate this city. It always makes me think of the stench of vodka, sweat, and urine. Corruption, poverty, and trust me, no justice but street justice.
I'm sure something must have changed since you left.
But probably not for the better.
What about the people? Those close to you? You'll never miss them?
The only person I consider close is my sister. But Varsovians? Let's see.
What'd the headlines say?
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then.
Dapper Dan men.
Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
Yeah, sure. What could go wrong, right?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Wiktor, it's never to neglect the whores.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warsaw.
I think the time's come to ask
Warsaw.
where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
I do like the fact, though, that they've made Rasputin conversational. You know, sometimes when you see different versions of Rasputin in film or in TV, he's always very mystical and aloof. The fact that that Wiktor can sit there and just have a normal conversation on the train with him, I like that. I think that makes him a more of a complex character, aside from the theatrics and everything. We had a welcoming committee already. Finish your business in the village and go to Warsaw. What am I doing here? Chapter 1. The Mermaid City Sun. Go to your father's funeral at Pulaski Cemetery. Once again, my apologies to the Polish people for how I am going to be butchering their language over the course of this playthrough.
When people unite, empires fall.
Okay, they want me to go that way, so I will go this way. Never mind. The stanchions block the path. Can't get past stanchions. It's a rule in video games. Don't stand around. Keep walking. All right. Wow, they're making... I mean, even the train station looks ornate. Wow, that's impressive. The Daily Courier. Latest news. The Chief of Police of the City of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that in connection with their Majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the street on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the groups of troublemakers that have been gathering more and more recently near major thoroughfares to protest against Thaumaturges and demand that His Majesty officially condemn Thaumaturge as charlatans and a menace to humanity. Yesterday, near Ramarska Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disrupted traffic, demanding that Thaumaturgy be punishable by death. The protesters were intoxicated and started a fight with the police unit dispatched on the scene. Well, we can see other reasons why Wiktor does not like this place. And a new Thaumaturgy point. Revolutionary leaflets. Brothers, the 11-hour workdays are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike. Put down your tools and join the fight for our future. If they only knew. The Warsaw Courier. Their Majesties have arrived. When this issue of the Courier is in your hands, the ancient city of Warsaw will be receiving its most distinguished guests. His Majesty Nikolai II, the Emperor of all Russia, the King of Poland, the Grand Duke of Finland, and Her Royal Highness, Tsarina Alexandra Fedorovna will arrive in our city this afternoon. This will be the royal couple's first visit to Warsaw. On this long-awaited and joyous occasion, our city has taken up a festive appearance. Streets have been adorned with festoons of flowers and greenery, and the entire area that the royal procession will pass through is filled with crowds of people wishing to pay homage to their majesties on behalf of Warsaw and all of the kingdom. And with that vow of loyal allegiance, Polish hearts send to the throne a quiet echo of fervent desires and lasting comfort. These arise from His Majesty's words, who declared in his grand manifestos that his ultimate goal was to ensure the happiness of all his loyal subjects and to discern all his loyal subjects' needs. Yeah, manifestos always go well in Russia. These gracious words of the sovereign have become a source of comfort for the people of the Kingdom of Poland, and in the name of that comfort, the Polish people under Russian rule are happy to greet His Majesty today, trusting their substantial needs will be recognized and ready for civic and public service. Okay. Great to know the propaganda office is in full swing. Ooh, they have a cafeteria. That's pleasant. What are we reading? Tragedy on Mazokowska Street. Several people have died in a building collapse, including respected Warsaw entrepreneur Stanislav Zaliski. No one seems to know the cause of the accident, defective construction of the building, or a deliberate attack. So that's what he was dreaming, the ceiling falling down on him. All we know is it could not have been foreseen. Shock and awe. The tenement house was inhabited by 4 families, or the tenant house. 3 of them are now in mourning after losing their loved ones. The Bogosalskis lost their children, Mr. and Mrs. Grodecki lost their lives, and Franciszek, yes, the owner of a pram and linen factory warehouse, perished in the collapse. The case is being investigated by the police, while residents are advised caution when walking on city streets. Figured that would give us a lot of reactions, or a lot of experience. Menu. Borscht, or broth. Fruit soup. Pottage with crayfish, goose and jelly, young turkey, romaine lettuce, pan-seared saffron milk cups, cucumber salad, compote, cream with chocolate, pears a la Wiktor, cup of green gages, mocha black coffee, local lager, English porter, portioned caviar, and snacks. You were not a snack. You don't have to say I have a boyfriend or I have a husband. You were not on the menu. Okay, that's where we came from. Oh, if only I could read. Is that everything? Oh. Anti-Thaumaturge leaflets. Citizen, beware of thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over our society. Let us protect our children from those degenerates waiting for the right moment to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let us get rid of those parasites. Recent research shows that the thaumaturge brains are burnt out from thoughts that go against nature. Hence, they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Let us act now, before it's too late. Wanted notice. Tell police stations of Warsaw, beware of this guy, Nidzik, leader of the Shivs gang, recently seen near Wierzbauer Street. Wierzbauer? Description: hair blonde, eyes blue, face round, stature sizable. Distinctive marks, dark circles under his eyes, signifying exceptional anger. He's a thief and murderer, particularly active in that area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded. I like it. Maybe we can do a little bounty hunting while we're here. We've got bills to pay, I assume. One more trip around. I think that's everything. Okay. Act 1. The city that does not forget. Yeah, the city that never sleeps and the city that does not forget. So it's the opposite of Paradigm City from Big O.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
He has the look.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution. Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Wiktor.
Wanda.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa. Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Run, sir. Run. Oh, are we gonna get into a scrap?
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Poliaki. We want that rebel. The loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
You think she took you for... No, the lady's asking.
I didn't dare suggest it myself.
It's not a prideful thing. Do you have a gun? Oh.
Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Uh-huh.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely, I'm going to take a look around.
Let's see. Find a way out of the Kettling incident. Pistol bullets. Bullets that fell from under the woman's dress scattered on the pavement. Small bullets carry big emotions. Hope, because they were meant to benefit the cause. Fear, which in these difficult times makes its way to even the hardiest of hearts. And determination, the companion of courage, without which it would be impossible to face reality. Each bullet was hidden in the nooks and crannies of the undergarments with care and precision, just like the previous time, and the time before that. This is nothing new for the person who took the risk. Okay. Workers' leader. Anything else here? No? Let's have a chat.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine?
Fuck off.
The workers' leader is a charismatic man whose words greatly move the crowd. He will not keep quiet, even if it means ending up in a cell. That was such a Victor Belmont. Not Victor. Was it Victor? Trevor Belmont from the Castlevania anime.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospody will be home in November.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Davai.
Oof. Invoke last name. Hand Wanda over to them? Absolutely not. Something continues to elude us. Okay. Oh, I didn't even go talk to the... Oh. The lady, the elder lady. Well, that's unfortunate. What is over here? I just realized that. A police barrier meant to help with keeping order during the rally. A seemingly ordinary barrier carries the memory of a hand whose firm grip represents the determination of one who controls it. It was the gendarme commander who set up the barrier, carrying in his heart a desire to return to the warmth of his home. All he needed was a scapegoat. Ah. The sergeant wants to call it a day and go home as fast as possible. A manhunt entails a lot of work that he'd rather avoid. With a little nudge, he might settle for taking in the agitators and letting the rest go. The workers' leader is perfect for the role. Man. Okay, is there anyone? Can we talk to him again?
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want? My whole life on my...
Offer help in the fight, maybe?
I was trying to keep from dragging ordinary people into the fight. They won't expect us to strike first. How many are coming with us?
Let's see for ourselves.
Oh, did we just cause a thing to happen? I think we just caused a horrible thing to happen. Uh-oh. Well, okay, that's unfortunate. That was not what I was intending to do. Can I want to use the autosave here. The autosave function. That was unfortunate. The game's like, okay. Now to use Thaumaturge Tremere magic and turn back time. Crap. Wrong one. This one. Yes. There we go. I just thought we could like plan the fight, not instantly go into slaughter everyone mode. Because what's going to happen is a lot of innocent people are going to get smacked. So, go through all of these traces and everything. Yes, yes. Get through this. And...
What? My...
Do you real... Then... Fuck off!
So angry. Okay, Wanda...
Still haven't squealed on?
Like that damsel in distress, as we saw before. And then...
Pardon me, gent.
The crowd...
We'll give them...
Okay. Now we have this. The workers' leader is perfect for the role.
Please, forgive me. Maybe there's a fast...
Back up, Davai.
Now we need to decide what we're going to do here. Make the sergeant accuse the worker, hand one... Ah, man. Okay. I'll tell you what. We will decide what we're going to do here in the next episode, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.